I don't think you realize, and I don't mean this in a bad way, the value you just gave the audience with that story.
Okay.
Because that was one of the most valuable things that has been said on my show in a very long time. And here's why I believe that. Momentum is the M word I can get behind. And I think a lot of people, and myself included, I'm sure sometimes you do it too still.
For sure.
Right? Until you're reminded, hold on a second, hold the fucking phone here. I've already been through this. We prejudge situations. This isn't where I want to be. I want to be here. I go through it all the time. I go, hey, this is cool, but I think we're better than this.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should be the ones that are in everybody's face on the phone. I think this show should be the show that everybody gravitates to. It's just not time yet. You see what I'm saying? And
100%.
And I go through that. And then in a year or two, I might call you and be like, yo, dude, remember when I said that?
Mm-hmm.
It's happening. Because if we stay true to what we're doing, we're passionate and we have purpose behind everything we do, and we do it the right way, even though it doesn't bring us any type of monetary value.
Yes.
You're going to win.
100%.
You're going to win. And so that was just a very valuable thing you said. And the audience, listening and watching, I want you to think about some things that are going on in your life right now, right? That they're like, wait a second, I'm prejudging this situation. I don't want to go on this job interview, or I don't want to go to this maybe party that my work is requiring me to go to. You don't know who you're going to meet.
Right. 100%.
It's wild to me.
I really think that life and success is about finding your, like, for lack of a better term, like your flow state, what makes sense. Like as I get older, I used to like really force things. I used to force situations that I know now weren't meant to be for me, and then get disappointed or upset if they didn't work out. And then what I started to realize when I look back at my past and I look at my present and I look at what I want for my future, it's like when you're living in your truth and you're living in your state of flow and you're not forcing things, don't mistake that for not hustling.
Agreed.
Because I hustle every single day, but I don't try to fit square pegs into round holes. I really try to listen to the universe and listen to my inner self, or whatever you believe in, to guide me towards my path.
Yeah.
And now I can recognize when things are not for me. And I'll give the smallest example. I left WWE 11, 12 months ago now. And when I left, I didn't have an instinctual desire to pursue wrestling at that very moment. I knew maybe at some point I would, but I didn't feel it in my heart at that time. So I went on and I did some movies and pursued other things and that I always loved. And then I just got an instinctual gut feeling one day. It was like, it just dropped into my head. I said, I really miss being in front of the crowd. I miss cutting promos. I miss wrestling and the world of wrestling. And I said to my wife, hey, I think I'm going to, connect with TNA, because we had previously connected. I wasn't, going to pursue it then, but now I feel it. As I connect with the president of TNA, Carlos, he almost like was stunned on the phone and was like, it's so weird you're connecting with me right now, because tomorrow or in 2 days, we're going to announce we just signed a big TV deal. And he's like, but you would have no idea about that. And I was like, no, I had no clue. It had nothing to do with it, obviously. And that to me was a little tiny universal sign of like, you knew, you listened to your gut. This was all meant to happen. And so, and then we spoke and we got to the point where my debut ended up being the debut on the new network, AMC. And it was just like this small serendipitous thing that I was like, it's not a coincidence. It's when you're living in your path and you're being true to yourself and you're not forcing things, but you're working hard, good things will come.
I just love it. It's like there's this massive undertone of obedience.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
It's like, and I can't explain it very well because, you gave a great descriptor. And I think for me, well, it would be, having a very successful sales career and then burning the boats and doing this full time.
Right.
It's like, I thank the Lord every day for having an amazing wife that signed up for that life.
Right.
Right. Because all I knew was I was making a lot of money. We had great benefits, never had to worry about payday.
Right.
But I was broken. I was hurting so much inside because there was this part of me, this beingness that wasn't being tapped. And I'm like, I'm meant to do something different. And I thought it was, no, I just need to make more money. So I'd hustle harder and get more burned out. And then my body started expanding. You know, I started getting really, really fat and really unhappy. And then I realized, like, you know, for me, if I can just give value, if I can, I've always been a coach. I've always coached baseball. I love seeing people's eyes light up when they finally get something or when they do really good at something that they've struggled with for a very long time. And so I thought that maybe, hey, if I can interview some cool people, right, and give their story to the world, maybe it lights somebody up. What I did not expect is it lit me up. And you could walk in here right now and say, I'm going to give you $4 million a year to go back into the medical industry, but you can't do this. I would say, walk right out the door because I'm 5 years away from a $250 million distribution deal. Incredible. There's no way. It's the obedience to know yourself, right?